Hey there, beloved Ascensionpreneurs. Welcome, dear family of light, to another one of my videos. So yesterday in my video, I mentioned that I will try to do some more automatic writing this week. Today is Easter Monday, so if you are celebrating in any way, and of course, especially the Christ light within all creation, within each and every one of us in our inner jewel, and happy 1st April's Fool's Day as well, although this video is not a joke. It comes from the sincerity and purity of my heart. And I wanted to speak about further, about these cellular updates and what's happening to our body templates. So today I did a writing on this. And then I also want to dedicate a few words to mastering our fears. Because this week I've been seeing this video that really reminded me of something that I've always, been saying myself, that it's not enough to just face our fears, we also have to master them. And this is something that many are still seeking how to do. And many people know that they're releasing something, but they continuously are saying, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to face it. I know I'm releasing, but I don't have the tools. I don't have the methods. And then they go on searching for all those sorts of, like modalities and things like that. And sometimes it doesn't work because in a deeply rooted soul sense, it's still not acknowledged how they personally, how it's best for them to go through it. It's like the same thing when someone asks me, how should I do this? Or what is my choice here? Because, choice is neutral and you cannot choose for another. You cannot tell them what to do. There is no such thing as best choice. It is only best possible choice as you choose in that moment, which is neutral. And it is within your highest light at that moment of your awareness that, you can bring to that aspect, to that counterpart, to that part of you in the moment. Okay, anyway, I want to read to you this writing that I wrote because this time is all about this reprogramming, and I think I did a few videos about this, and I wrote, this writing before. I think it's at the beginning of this notebook. I remember, and this was last year. It was called The New Frequency, and this is how it all began. And this is all it started. And what time of the last year was this? It was also March. Well, see, that's amazing because every year in March, towards the new astrological year, we start receiving these new templates, new codes, and the grid is being updated along as well because we're part of it. It's what connects us to this reality, to this planet. Okay. I was also asking, as I was feeling through my own releasing, and I felt certain surges of fear. And remember, yesterday I posted a video I shared with all of you. By the way, all those of you who are not getting the video links that I'm sharing, you need to watch the video on YouTube. You need to click on watch on YouTube so you can see the brackets there, because I don't think the brackets with links are shown elsewhere, because you need to watch it on YouTube, So if anything that I share under the description box, the information box. You also need to click on YouTube and view that below, because if I just share on Facebook, there's no information box there. It's just the text that I read along the video. So be sure that I always post all the links that I mentioned, but do know where to look for them. Click directly on YouTube or ask me if you don't know and I'll share it with you. So I was feeling these surges. And yesterday with that video that I shared was also information about why we feel these surges of certain emotions coming through or deep releasing, such as anger and things like that. And this is something we're collectively cleansing as well. But we need to come into this deeper understanding what's happening. And the writing that I did was basically very simple. It was the way I write. It's nothing more mechanical. There are other people who are focusing more on that. So do check out on that if you're more interested in that approach. But the way that I flow with spirit is usually through love, through divine love, our very core of our essence. And this message came in very much the same sense. So I would like to read it to all of you now. It was about releasing this deep, the core of our being, releasing that is being, triggered right now and reprogrammed, remodified. And sometimes we still feel some resistance, that fear. We don't even know why, because we feel we have already come to that space of awareness, but we still feel our body, whether you're shaking or your tummy still makes those, pulsating, rotating notions that make you feel a bit nauseous or nauseated, feeling unpleasant at least. So I wanted more insight on this, and here it goes. This releasing is happening on a cellular level, of course. Although the light of our beloved being and the Christ light is strongly integrating in the bodies, the cells still operate within the former human DNA matrix. This system is now being rewired. It is being upgraded as the old disintegrates and transcends. The human vessel of the awakened ones no longer operates within the third dimensional time, space, and awareness, although some of the mental, which is the fourth, and emotional, the third, body are still being cleared. These are the most deeply rooted programs going way back to the very beginning of the fall, which is nothing else but that first separation from source, which was, of course, never a separation in the first place. You know, it's just how through exploration it was perceived then. It was always meant as a liberation, exploration, and co-creation with all that is. There were many distortions of this original cause, which are now being properly addressed, understood, and repaired. So this is what's happening now. It truly is a repair. It's not a saving. Nothing needs saving, deleting, or executing, as all is perfect as it is, serving its purpose. But the restoration is taking place so that the original source connection, so source infusion, can be reached and established again. This is all happening beautifully according to the divine plan of unity and perfection. You and many others, so beloved Ascension Pioneers, that's me addressing all of us, who are running this restoration program first, because that is what the word pioneer means, you know, to stand on the front line, you know, are here to spread the awareness and higher understanding about this, as you so willingly and devotedly experience these intense processes yourself. And embody them first, right on the front line. But make no mistake, everyone participating needs to do their own job on inner embodiment. You know, you do know. If you're listening to my videos, you do. There is no other way. No one can do anything for others. No one can embody for another. You're merely showing how this is being done and spreading the word and codes of how to access these inner realms and keys. And like I said yesterday, each of the beings here who's a volunteer, who's assisting these shifts and in the awakening and ascension is serving like a special segment of this rewiring, reprogramming, and new truth, you know, setting up new foundations for the new earth, for our new realities being created, our own co-creative abilities that we're stepping into, you know, our inner power. So each of us is like covering our own special segment, and this is how it is. So there's no like competition or who's more advanced. We just, you know, we all take our assignments as how it is in divine order. There's no hierarchy, and I was writing about this already. So you are merely showing how this is being done and spreading the word and codes of how to access these inner realms and keys. It is all flowing perfectly. Even if you still experience fear and other lower emotions that are being cleared from the cellular levels, note that this does not imply weakness or non-awareness, because many people get very, you know, they get upset if they're not right away feeling all perfect and they should be at a certain place, because this is, again, expectation, it's attachment to your process, it's not letting go and surrendering to the process. So this simply means that something might have been hiding under the carpet for some time, and now it's time to fully see it and embrace it with love. So don't really through control, but really through love, so that the more light of divine love can enter the physical body template. Only as much love can enter the vessel as one allows, therefore is ready to accept. Everyone is right there where they need to be, and no one is more or less ascended. You know, that is an old duality thinking, you know, kind of myth and approach. Everyone is simply experiencing ascension in a unique personal way and creating their now new reality. Well, yeah, new is in the now, through that soul choice. And like you have said yesterday, which I did in the video, just because one does not feel the ascension energies, you know, some people say, I don't feel them, you know, it doesn't mean that they're not receiving. You know, I had 2 questions, I think, like this, and another email coming today saying, oh, am I less if I don't feel these activations? You know, am I not, you know, in this process? And that is simply not true. Be aware of it, that you're right where you need to be, because I explained this yesterday. You're in your own timeline. Although this is a grand alignment and restructuring and building of something new and creative kind of way of really birthing something new in the entire cosmos, and you're a part of it, you know. So just because you're not, so to say, in the same front line, that doesn't mean you're not pioneer of your own ascension process. you know. But when I say Ascension pioneers, or when I say those who come here to pave the way, those will be always those who will be getting these downloads first. And note this is not always a pleasant thing. These are the people who have, I mean, individuals who have on a soul level assigned for this. So this is not good, worse, better, more ascended, like I've explained. It's just a matter of what you have taken on a soul level, and that's all there is. So no more, you know, feeling bad or comparing yourself. This really just creates that thought, which again causes separation, duality, which causes suffering. One simply needs to open their perceptions and expand their receiving mode. Time to unpause that button that many have been pressing on for so long. Ascension is here in full bloom, and it comes from within. Are you willing to embrace it, to live it, become it? If you do, and so there it is. Yes, my beloved pioneers, this is how it is. It's happening to all of us. But like I said, don't get discouraged if you are not always feeling the same things and you read certain posts or you watch videos with people explaining what's happening. Because like I say, the pioneers are there to show the way, to embody this first. But eventually, we all have to embody this if we have chosen, you know, this path. Because there is no other way. If you go along with that part of the co-creation, you just simply do the work because you want it. Again, like I said, I want to address a few words also about the mastering of the fear, because fears are what need to be addressed here. And like I said, it's not just about facing those fears. It's about mastering. The video that I was watching had this great point, and it was shared that if we just face it, it doesn't mean it goes away. Sometimes it can even multiply and just becomes this, you know, monster, you know, with several heads, and, you know, things that can more deeply entangle us. But the thing here is mastering. Mastering means seeing at the very neutral, deep level. And when you can see, when you can gain clarity, that's when you can start integrating this. So what was also shared in that video was something that I didn't know before. It's called the Mayan Wisdom 4 Doors. The Mayan 4 Doors. And first door is fear that needs to, you know, be walked through. Then second door is clarity. Third door is power, and fourth is wisdom. So sometimes there's people who say, oh, I wish I could have acted, you know, wiser in this decision. Why didn't I? Why didn't I? Well, it's not a matter of your soul not being wise, but it's a matter of here how you're experiencing things, and you're also human. Don't remember that. I mean, don't forget that. You need to remember you also have this physical vessel. When you go into mastering your fear, you will see yourself, you will see that divine light, you will know that you're only divine love and that everything is just divine love. But you also need to see what in the human vessel is still expressing itself as not that, what still, you know, kind of has this resistance to it. So then you will need to address it so you can gain clarity. And when you will face those fears and inner demons, which are not even demons, it's just how we can call them if we want to, then you can gain clarity. And of course, clarity can only be gained after walking through that first door. And after clarity comes, of course, self-empowerment, because there is no self-empowerment if we don't get that pure core guidance, which is clarity, and it comes through divine integrity as well. So last door is wisdom, and we can recognize when we are wise, and we can recognize another who is wise because they have integrated their, you know, their darker side. Well, the shadow aspect of everything as expresses itself in creation through the polarized opposites, which govern the creation principles. Also, towards the end of this video, I want to address a few highlights. I called them my 7 jewels, something that I wrote last week, which was my insights for the day. And I said, okay, I really need to share this in a video. They're just these simple things that can help you align with this process when you're with yourself, you know, going through this. And sometimes what we do is we try to distract ourselves, saying, oh, I'm feeling so bad, you know, I need to be in company. And it's okay. It's okay to share with others who are on your own vibration and who you can talk to about these things. But it's also good to be in solitude, because if you just go, you know, seeking horizontally, you know, it won't it won't do that core trick, because first you have to align yourselves, vertically, and then you can spread it out horizontally. And then when you're in flow, you'll be able to merge this two as one. So these reminders of the day for me were, first lesson that you have to come into awarenesses that I cannot give, I can't point the way, I can only share. And you share by being your full self. So first you need to open to it. Second, I do not give up walking, climbing when I come halfway. I go and reach higher. This was also inspired by that video I watched. I continue reaching the highest to be the highest. I do not settle. I continue to move up as I am. I do not give to temptations of the lower. I climb way up to see the view and to see it first. I love every single step of that journey as I climb. You know, that was wonderfully represented as like climbing a mountain, and it's the same way, you know, as above, so below, and as within, so without. It's the same way with our inner awareness and with our inner journey. Third, I take enough time for my personal silence to commune with Source, to feel my beloved I am. In my eternal silence, I find peace and freedom of being. This is where clarity comes. It comes from you. All that is external will only mirror that clarity to you once you have already reached it within you. Fourth, I have full self-respect and I enjoy the company of others, like minds and hearts. I bless and continuously release all the rest. This is a very important aspect. When you are integrated, then share and spread out. Go horizontally. Fifth, I see everything and everyone with the eyes of a child, through innocence. I have compassion because I see the innocence and truth beneath the surface. Through this, I do not need to forgive anything or anyone, as all is already perfect. All is divine love. Sixth, I always continue to come back within. This is the most important aspect. To myself, to my source. Remember, divine reunion is about sacred self-reunion. It's not about a person. It's not about an event. It's not about that special someone. It's about you. It's about source. Love can only run through me. And seventh, which is a magical sacred number, everything is found within. I am the one. Yeah. And this is kind of the aspect that covers all the other aspects in a nutshell. Anyway, guys, I hope you are understanding what I'm saying on your own level, as is appropriate to your own evolutionary pace. Know that all is well, and I'll be sharing more about this and other aspects that are coming through as spirit guidance. So, in my greatest honor and pleasure to be serving you and all of creation, because remember, when we give, we don't give to others, we ripple out to the entire creation. That's how we truly love. We love creation, and therefore we love to be the creative part of it, to co-create along with it, each in our own way. So take care, my beloveds, and I'll talk to you soon. Until next time, bye. Much love.